What is a good credit score? This is a common question when it comes to our credit reports. The answer is, it depends, of course, but the higher the better. The range for what is considered a good credit score can vary widely depending on the scoring model used, the purpose of the credit you are applying for, and what is determined to be a good score could vary by who the creditor or lender is that is checking your score. If you are just looking for some sort of rule of thumb, guidance, a range to get an idea about what is a good score and a bad score, I would say generally credit scores fall into these ranges. Below 579 is considered poor. Between 580 to 669 is generally considered fair. 670 to 739 is considered good. 740 to 799, that's considered very good. And if you're above 800 or above, that's considered excellent. Again, look at this as a little rough guidance. There is no universal definition that is accepted by everyone. A good or excellent score is relative, but there are many criteria that goes into this, including what the purpose for the credit you are requesting is. What will it be used for? Who the lender is. Every lender has their own criteria. The scoring models used by the credit bureaus can also vary. So there's no single source of truth, just the guidance, this range of guidance that the credit bureaus generally give, as I outlined above. It is important to remember that everyone's overall credit profile is also different. Someone with a very high salary but a slightly lower score may receive more favorable credit terms than someone with a higher credit score but a lower salary. There is no one magic number that can guarantee approval of your credit application or guarantee better loan terms and interest rates. Higher credit scores mean you have demonstrated that you are responsible with managing credit and you are paying your bills on time. That gives lenders a comfort level when they view you as a borrower. If you are at the 670 level or above, you are generally viewed as an acceptable or a low risk borrower with some. If you are in the 580 to 669 range, you are generally seen as a subprime borrower. This simply means that you may find it more difficult to qualify for the best loan terms. In other words, you can find it difficult getting approved for loan programs. Lenders may require a co-borrower. And if you get approved for a loan or credit card, your interest rate is likely to be higher than others. Those with lower scores under 580 generally fall into the poor credit range. At this level, you would definitely find it more difficult to qualify for credit on your own. And if you do, your loan terms will likely be horrible. Different lenders have different criteria when it comes to granting credit, which may include information such as your income, are you a homeowner, and other factors. When these additional criteria are factored in, it can mean that the credit scores they accept may vary widely from person to person. Also, know that your credit score may differ between the three major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. This is because the credit bureaus could be using different scoring models, and because not all creditors and lenders report to all three credit bureaus. So your scores are rarely the same across all three bureaus. That is nothing to be too concerned about. Good is good and bad is bad. If you have a good score at one, you are likely to have a good score at all three, even if there is a slight variance in your total score between the three bureaus. And when you notice a wide discrepancy between the three bureaus, that is a surefire sign that you likely have some sort of discrepancy in your report that you need to check out. Maybe there's some error or something's been omitted by mistake. Also note that many lenders do report your repayment activity to all 3 credit bureaus, but you may have an account with a lender that only reports your activity to 1 credit bureau, or maybe 2 of the credit bureaus. Or sometimes you think they're reporting it, but they're reporting it to none of the credit bureaus. I find this a lot. That is their right. No cause for alarm there. The point is, it is these sort of differences that can cause variances in your score between the 3 credit bureaus. Finally, when it comes to your overall score, know that there are many different scoring models available. And this can also make your score fluctuate or be different between the bureaus. Based on the scoring model used to compute your score may differ depending on the type of loan and the lender's preference for certain criteria. I believe FICO itself has more than 16 different versions of what we call the FICO score. At last count, I think they were at more than 16 different versions. Vantage score has multiple versions of its scoring model. This is because lenders prefer different versions of the scoring models based on the type of loan you are applying for. Again, I would not worry about this or overthink this. Pay off your bills. Pay off your debt. Be responsible with your finances, and your score will go up. Higher scores are better than lower scores. This is all you need to be concerned about. Let's leave it at that.